Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches come their way. It's Latavius Murray's Vikings going up against Murray's Titans. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, folks. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And as we all know, Charles, offenses today, they're driven by the passing attack. But Larry highlighted in the open a couple of running backs who might just disagree with that assessment.
Yeah, and sometimes, occasionally you get a game where running backs will match each other, kind of carry for carry on opposite teams. But for the most part, they focus on themselves. How many touches will they get, and can they create big plays for their own team?
And both of these guys, certainly more than 5-10 touchbacks. They're workhorses. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their third-year QB out of Oregon, Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, and everything went up in terms of numbers last year in his second season, right? Yards, touchdowns, quarterback rating before he broke his fibula late in the season. This is a guy who can do it all. Excellent pinpoint passer, and the wheels, oh my, he can break off a big run on you if you're not careful.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And now we get a peek at the Titan offense.
The 2016 Tennessee Titans offense like to bill itself as exotic smash mouth. And they got the smash mouth part down correctly. Finished third in the league in rushing, but only 25th in passing. So to become more exotic, they've got to get better play from their wide receivers on the perimeter.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. And it's knocked away and incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. Third down here. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Minnesota head coach Mike Zimmer made his reputation as a defensive coordinator in this league, and that did not change in 2016. His team finished third overall in total defense, and despite many injuries, kept his team in the playoff hunt throughout the season.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner and #1 overall pick from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
I know he doesn't move around the same way as he did as a youngster because of all the knee injuries, but he's always been a natural athlete. Coming out of high school, a lot of people thought he could play Division I college basketball. Other people have told me no matter what the sport, if he's never played it before, he'll pick it up and be proficient right out of the gate. The kind of guy that absolutely drives you crazy, even if he's your friend.
I was just going to say, beat you at ping pong, beat you at foosball, beat you at golf. Yeah, drives you crazy. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They go with Murray again. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We're back to Nashville right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again. Bradford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Bradford to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Ryan Quigley, 5th-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away. Back deep for the Titans is Eric Weems. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Before the Titans get rolling again here on offense, you covered them extensively in the preseason. Wide receiver position, what have you seen?
Well, they attacked that position with a vengeance in the offseason, especially in the draft, drafting Corey Davis out of Western Michigan with the number 5 pick overall. Taywan Taylor, they went back and got him out of Western Kentucky, and he was prolific in college. And how about this for a wild card? They added a tight end named Jonnu Smith who can move all over the field and get down the field and catch the ball. They played Smash Mouth in 2016. They want to be a little more exotic in 2017 and throw the ball downfield. They're hoping these guys can provide that impetus for them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Our eyes shift now to the Tennessee defense here. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Bradford on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. First down, Bradford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Bradford draw play. He gives to Murray. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. To throw is Bradford. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's not unusual to know that Kai Forbath has kicked for multiple NFL teams, right? Washington, New Orleans. Then he took over the Vikings job when Blair Walsh ended his tenure there when he was struggling. How about his start with the Vikings, though? Made 15 straight.
Yeah, he took over in Week 10, and you're right, hit every field goal the rest of the season. Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Murray. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Mariota. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. Both the Titans and the Vikings are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Offense out now following the interception. Jones is going to get to the quarterback here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. Offense on the field now after the INT. Jones is going to get the quarterback here. This one ends up as a loss of 6.
Okay, Larry, thank you. Just a lone field goal in that first half. Will the offenses show up? That's now the question. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Second half starts with a run by Murray. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Brian Arakpo coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. Working out of the gun. Bradford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Avery Williamson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Titan football. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A Titan 1st down. Mariota to Walker. Back to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up third and long. He's back to throw. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Pass, offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Back to throw. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. First down, Murray. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Bradford with a give to Murray. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now Bradford. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And the final play here will be Bradford going down to a knee. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.